Hello, this is Edgar Brown back with another video. By the way, everyone, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Um, can't believe it's 2019. But anyway, I would like to make a third installment or a sequel to the video. And the name of this video is called Men with Multiple Baby Mamas Part 3. Now, I've made two videos based on men who have multiple baby mamas. So I would like to make a third video based on the first two videos I made. Now here's the thing. To all you decent women out there, just like I said in the first two videos, beware of men who have kids with two, three, four, or five different women. Okay, those are the men that you want to avoid because, in my humble opinion, men who have that many baby mamas, to me, those kind of men are scum. It's one thing to have a child with one woman, and things didn't work out, and you want to give a second woman a second chance or whatever, that's different. But to anything past two different baby mamas, I think it's pushing it. You're already pushing it at two, and then you add three, four, five other different women. I find that pretty gross. I think it's disgusting to have that many women mother your children. But unfortunately, society is okay with men doing that. But like I said in the first, I think the second video, if this was a woman, clearly, society would deem her a whore, but men do it, men get a pat in the back, When you look at, for example, DMX, and I used to be a huge fan of him, but then when I found out that DMX had, all these kids with all these different women, I pretty much lost respect for him because that clearly shows just how reckless and irresponsible and careless he is as a man, and not to mention as a black man too. And that's the problem with a lot of black men in America. We out here getting all these different women pregnant and not thinking about the consequences of our doing. Now there are some decent black men out here, and I happens to be a very decent black man. But then you have a lot of scumbag black men out there who's having all these kids with all these different women, and they're not thinking about the consequences of the actions. They're not thinking about the damage that they can inflict on their children. The fact that the children have different mamas. You know what I'm saying? So again, if you are a decent woman, I would suggest that you find a man. To be honest with you, find a man who don't have kids. You're better off that way. Now, I'm not saying that a man with no children is a great catch, but I could tell you this: he's a hell of a lot better catch than a man who has children. You know what I mean? Like I told you, like I said in the first couple of videos, that dealing with a man who has children, you will eventually will have to put up with the man's baby mama, and that could be a sticky situation, and it probably will end badly for you. But now we're talking about men who have multiple baby mamas, and just like I said, you want to avoid these men at all costs, especially men who have had children with multiple women and not taking care of them. That's another thing. These men are not good men at all. And to all you decent women out there, if you're looking for a man um, who can basically uh, be that right man, be that right dude for you, you want to avoid men who have children from different women, because like I said, these men are clearly reckless, irresponsible, and honestly, I don't find anything cute about getting a bunch of women pregnant and having kids with these women. But unfortunately, society will sit here and will pat a man on the back for doing that. But if this was a woman, we would deem her a hoe, and rightfully so, we should. But unfortunately, nobody is shaming these men for doing the exact same thing that some women do as well. But unfortunately, um, us men, we get a pass for doing that, and I just don't think it's right though. But again, that's just my take on things. Um, if like I said, if you're a decent woman and you looking for Mr. Right, I don't think Mr. Right should be out here getting different females pregnant. You know what I'm saying? That's clearly not Mr. Right. If anything, he's actually Mr. Wrong. So the fact of the matter is, you want to find a man who you basically want to start from scratch. You want to start from the beginning, a man with a clean slate. Now, I'm not saying that dating a man without children is the end all be all, but at the same time, most men with children do have baby mama drama, and that's not something that you want to put up with, especially if he has more than one baby mama. So dealing with one baby mama is one thing, but dealing with several different baby mamas, you know what I'm saying? That's a nightmare in itself. But again, just take into account what I'm saying, that these men, if these men were so called, were so called committed to these women, why would they leave their women with those children? Especially if he's had three, two, three, maybe four different baby mamas though, and that's something that you gotta question before you deal with a man who has that many baby mamas. Now, if you want to deal with somebody like that, that is your decision. Personally, if I was a woman, I wouldn't put up with a man who has that many baby mamas. But again, just take into account what I'm saying, and like really be careful, because you don't want to end up being just another baby mama, because it's bound to happen. He'll turn around and say and tell you, will do whatever it takes to get in your drawers, and this next thing you know, he'll turn around and get you pregnant, and then once he gets you pregnant, he's off to the next victim. And these men, are clearly con artists, and you want to avoid these men at all costs. But like I said, I don't want to make this video too long because it's almost 10 minutes. But like I said, to all you decent women out there, avoid these scumbag men at all costs, because a lot of these men do have children with multiple women, and you don't want to be the next one on the chopping board. So take care, stay safe, and Happy New Year to you all. I will be making more videos, but this is Edgar Brown with the video of men with multiple baby mamas number 3. Have a nice day. God bless.